Hello, a very good evening to you, me hearties. Lovely to have with us, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I say it is me, Scottie McCLUE, and we are live on the big one. Glad you could join us. We have 1 hour of superb, scintillating information, education, and entertainment for not just one nation, but for all of you. That's what it's all about. And welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you could join us for tonight's Saturday evening with me, Scottie McCLUE. Hello, Scottie, says Kareem. Hello, Kareem. I'm so glad you made it tonight, and welcome, welcome, I say to you. Now then, Top G, I think we'll have to get rid of you right away. So lifetime ban for trying to be funny when you are not. There we are. Let's get rid of Top G as soon as we can. He's gone, absolutely. We don't do any of that. Remember, you never troll. You never stroll. You never try and get Scottie to say anything silly, or it's just a lifetime ban. That's the way for it, and we'll start early tonight. Evening, Scottie. Hello, Alan. How lovely to have you with us. Welcome, 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 I'd say, and a big dinky-do. Now then, lots and lots to get through tonight. Hey, Scottie. Hello, am I? Or Amy, I'll call you, I think. Hello, Scottie. How is one? Kareem. Excellent. Lovely to have you with us. And welcome, of course, to the show. Good evening, Scottie. This is Thomas Stevenson. Dinky-Doo to you, Tam. Glad you could join us. And there's David McCafferty, one of our fine fellows, has joined us. Hi, Scottie. David and John here, live on the YouTube. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, of course, always subscribe and get following on the TikTok. We love that. Hi to the main man. Hello, Francis. So glad that you could join us. And there is Versus. Versus has joined us as well. Good evening, Scottie. Good evening, Gavin. Guys, tell me where you're watching from. It's great, all of you saying good evening, Scottie, but we like to know where you're watching from, because that makes the show a lot more interesting as we get on with the discussions, I say to you. So Dinky-Doo. So Gavin, tell us where you're watching from. So I could tell the nation. There's Ryan. Good evening from Wishaw, Fay Wishy in Lanarkshire. How good is that? The Oregon Coast, says Studio Strips. We love it, the Oregon Coast. Hi, Scottie. Hi, David. Where are you watching from? West Linton, says Gavin. Now, you see, Gavin, do you see the difference? All the West Linton people are going, oh, there's somebody from West Linton. We love that. Good evening from Svalbard in Norway. Do you know Sola Airfield? My father helped to liberate it in the Second World War. From Cannock in Staffordshire. David, how lovely. I thought with a name like you might be from Helmsley in Yorkshire. Dinky-Doo, who have we got here? There's Drunking has tweeted us. Oh, wow. Really, Brendan? Oh, wow. Guys, if you're watching, get following. Very important. Everybody on TikTok should follow Scottie McCLUE. There's no reason not to. Absolutely. Hello from Norfolk. Foxy, this is amazing. We love you in Norfolk. Dinky-Doo. Hello from Glasgow, says Blake. Blake, that's wonderful. Everyone's here. If you've just joined us, guys, you're watching Scottie McCLUE. We're live on TikTok and YouTube, just for you. I have the same hat. Cheers. Cheers, my dear. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Share, share, share now. Guys, everybody watching, share and follow. I've done lots of videos for you, and they're all done with love. Get following as soon as you can. So there we are. What scent do you recommend to mask the smell of feet around the house? I would think, Dangle, you'd be better just with your own scent. So there you are. Excited for the coronation, Scottie? Well, yes, obviously I'm excited, but a wee bit upset at not being invited. You know, I mean, Scottie McCLUE, a coronation without Scottie McCLUE. My goodness, no show without punch. What's your go-to cologne? My go-to Cologne. I haven't been to Cologne, to be honest, but I might visit someday. I believe it's beautiful. There we are. Dinky-Doo. Scotty McGuy, how are you? There's everybody having a good old chat there. Fantastic. There's Megan has joined us on the YouTube. And Megan says, Dinky-Doo, Scotty. Now, guys, the YouTube channel is a big way to go as well. And it's Scotty McClue, Voice of the World. Nice, humble title. Floti, hashtag Floti, F-L-O-T-I, First Lord of the Internet. And the only rules are we never scroll, we never troll. What colour are your walls? Eggshell blue. Oh, no, sorry, duck egg blue. That's duck egg, I think. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Now then, who have we got here? Get following as soon as you can. You're watching Scotty McClue, and we are live on the big one. We've only got an hour, so let's have your points. Have you been to Cumbernauld? Sorry, Thomas, what's it called? Oh, Cumbernauld. Been to Cumbernauld many times. Used to get a lovely bacon butty in a wee cafe in the old tune. The old tune. Yes, follow us, guys, as soon as you can. Rangers or Celtic, Scotty? Scott, my advice would be go and see them both play and then just make a decision. And may the best team win. I tell you. Whereabouts do you live in Scotland? Well, all of it, really, you know, fantastic. Now, what do we got here? You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who is that? Hello?
Hello, is it Scotty?
Who's that?
Hello, Scotty. I'm phoning from Fleetwood.
From where?
From Fleetwood.
Fleetwood.
Street in Fleetwood.
How lovely to have you with us from Fleetwood. What's your first name?
Scotty, you know, I used to be from Scotland, but what's your opinion on the SNP?
What about the SNP? Sorry, what's your first name? Hello?
My name is Stephen, Scotty.
Stephen.
Blakiston Street in Fleetwood.
Stephen from Fleetwood. And what would you like to say about politics?
Scotty, I'm just asking, you know, I used to live in Scotland, but what's your opinion on the saga with the SNP just now?
Well, the SNP, I mean, we can't really voice an opinion because it's all very much a live case, so we can't really discuss it. But what I will say to you is that independence is bigger than any party or any individual. Hello?
I appreciate that, Scott. But if you were to vote for the new government, would you be Labour, Conservative, or SNP?
Well, I'm apolitical, you see. I don't bother with political parties, but I feel that Scotland now needs to sever its ties with Westminster.
I understand what you're saying, Scotty. Have you ever been to Bloomfield Road down in Blackpool? That's where the Blackpoolians go. You know, I'm a cod. I'm from Fleetwood.
Lovely. Well, it's lovely to hear you, and I wish you all the very best. Love to Fleetwood, I say. There we go. Now, who have we got here? My son's from Westminster. Excellent, right? What football team do you support? Well, I don't really support any football team, certainly not financially, I have to say. You're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, my name's Orla.
Orla.
Yeah.
How nice to hear you.
Hello. Would you consider coming to teach drama at Holyrood Secondary?
Oh, I can't say anything about that, my dear. But thank you very much for your call. Chick Murray or Billy Connolly? Well, the Bruce, you've got me there. I love them both. And Billy Connolly was a huge fan of Chick Murray's. So there you are. What about that? You're live on Scottish Fun In. Who's that?
DINKY-DOO, it's Kareem Scott.
Kareem, how are we tonight?
Very well. I have you on the big screen in
Aha.
my living room.
How's it
We're all
looking?
lit up. So it's like big cinema TV. It's brilliant.
Wonderful, wonderful, Kareem. Now, obviously, we can't talk about a lot of the events happening with the SNP. That's still a live case. But I've just been saying that independence is so much bigger than any party or any individual.
Yeah, well, I know we can't talk about what's happening just now, but they say life repeats itself. And we've seen this with our first minister from the SNP, and nothing happened at the end results. And all I'm going to say is the same will happen again. It's just a bit of a witch hunt. Not to go into detail or anything, but I'm not going to find anything. And it's just, it's mud. They're trying to create mud sticks, as they say. But I would like to think people would not be silly enough to see through this. I mean, if you look at what's happened down south with the politician that's just resigned due to bullying and intimidation and all that, you know, if that was up here in the Scottish Parliament, the people, the unionists up here would be going absolutely off their heads.
Yes, there's a real downer on the whole concept of Scottish independence. I mean, England and Westminster don't want it because it would leave them bereft. And it's very interesting. You've seen the video I've done about, you know, what the financial sector is worth in Scotland, what Scotland gives to Westminster every year. And if Scotland just hung on to that, and it's interesting, the barrage of people coming in with absolutely no evidence to back up their claims that, you know, Scotland needs Westminster.
I think something that I've learned over the last few months is the amount of people within Scotland that, if I'm saying the word correctly, Scotty, is they are indoctrinated, where they've got this belief that they cannot survive without Westminster, or you know, they dare say that they're not British. I've said to you before, if and when Scotland becomes independent, they'll still be British. You're still in the landmass of Britain. You will still be British. You will still have links to down south. You will still have the royal family in King Charles. You can still wave the flag. The only difference is we'll have 100% control over finances and policy making, and that's it. That has to make sense.
Oh, hey, listen, absolutely, and I think that's what it needs to be. And I think also if we can say to the unionists, look, we're 100% behind the king as our head of state. We're not interested in republics or any of that nonsense. So let's have the unionist vote transfer immediately towards an independent Scotland, and you'll have a better life.
It's been interesting, Scotty, because, and it's not just up here in Scotland, but you've seen it in TikTok with people actually down south as well. And quite a few people are just moaning that it's costing well over 100 million out of the taxpayers' pocket for this coronation. But think of the bigger picture. How much money is that going to bring in terms of the world watching something like this, and tourism and
huge.
Oh, it's just,
I mean, the cost of the coronation is tiny. 100 million, they reckon, when, you know, you look at what will be brought in, billions will come in because of the coronation. You know, and the other thing is 250 billion spent on Brexit.
Well, Scotty, you know, the media and the politicians down south, they don't like to mention Brexit anymore, but I would say we've got minimum, as long as we stay part of the UK, minimum another 10 years before we start to see any type of basic improvement. I mean, you know, we are not real Britannia, we're not this force that we used to be. And it's an illusion that there's so many people that actually still think that.
And I mean, it's the governments that have damaged that since the Second World War. And the damage that Conservative governments have done, how on earth they still get voted in, I don't know.
It's a Conservative country, and this is what annoys me with our beautiful country in Scotland. If everybody acts as if the Scottish government, the Scottish Parliament is overall in charge, they've only got limited powers, and the rest is the UK.
Yeah.
And what I hate, and I've spoke to you about this before, Scotty, I do not like the double standards that when Westminster does something, it's okay, that's fine, but when it's any issues up here, then that's it. They go off their heads, they want resignations, they are kicking up a fuss. I can't take those people serious.
No.
Because if they can allow it at a UK level and then shut up at a UK level, but when it's when anything happens mildly up here in Scotland, they are preparing for war. I cannot take any of those individuals serious.
Absolutely.
They look in the mirror, they wake up.
And there are departments now set up intentionally to make sure that Scotland never gets a lead over Westminster in commercial deals.
Well, also across from when they're going abroad, they're not allowed to speak about Scotland or independence. They have to be watched by other UK ministers that are abroad or other diplomats, etc., that are for the UK. I mean, that's a laughing stock.
Well, that
just
smacks of a nervousness that the legislation of the Union is very, very flawed.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's been a lot of legislation since the Act of Union to try and head that off at the pass.
Well, they're kicking up a fuss just now because there's a Minister for Independence within the SNP.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a Minister for Britishness down at Westminster.
Yeah.
Is anybody kicking up fuss about that?
No.
So again, it's the double standards. Well, you're not allowed to have that. Well, why is Westminster allowed to have that?
Especially if it's a union of equals, 50-50.
Yeah.
Kareem,
so
I'm going to put those...
Independence is not dead, Scotty. Before I go, sorry. Independence is not dead. I know there's issues just now politically, but the stormy waters will calm and we will move forward. And I just think the sooner people wake up and stop voting for poverty through Westminster, the better it will be for Scotland.
Kareem, couldn't have put it better myself. Lovely to hear you on DINKY-DOO.
Have a good week, Scotty. Thanks for taking my call.
Sir, bless you. There's our Kareem on, and he's a great man, for independence. And as I say, I am apolitical, so no problem with that. Now, what have we got here? Scotty, DINKY-DOO. Hello, Orla. Thank you for that. Hello, my man, DINKY-DOO. Have you got the squeeze box? Robert, no squeeze box tonight. We're in the West Wing tonight. DINKY-DOO, Scotty, says Ben. Lovely to have you with us. And excellent. Good call. Kareem says, Susan, we like that. DINKY-DOO from Ecclefechan, says Francis. Isn't that marvellous? If you've just joined us, folks, you're watching Scottie McClue. We're live on TikTok and YouTube. Come and join us. And the lines are open. 0141 628 9795. You're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
DINKY-DOO, Sky.
DINKY-DOO, Glenn. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm not so bad, thanks yourself.
Now, did you notice your call made it into the shorts?
I did, yeah, definitely.
How good is that?
I think so. Anyway, Scotty, you good?
Grand, absolutely, Glenn. How's your mum?
She's still just waiting for discharge, for carers to come and
Right. Glenn,
so
there's Biscuity Boyle, says DINKY-DOO from Trinidad and Tobago.
Brilliant.
Isn't that beautiful?
Fantastic, Scotty, isn't it? What's weather been like in Scotland then, Scotty? It's been a bit cold up this neck of wood.
Oh, yes. Well, no, we've had beautiful weather in Scotland, but today we had a wee touch of rain.
April showers and that.
April showers, my boy. Absolutely, yes, indeed. And what's happening with you?
Oh, we're getting nearer to pregnancy and it's got in second and being born and that.
Fantastic. We love that.
Getting prepared for little daughter for our daughter Tamsin to be born, and beautiful, isn't it?
It's wonderful, Glenn. Great. And you'll be a great father, and I've no doubt your good lady will be a wonderful mother.
Definitely. They get their own personalities they get as they get older, kids, don't they? It's amazing how fast they grow up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, I mean, it just seems no time since the wee one was born.
Don't get me wrong, it's good seeing them grow up and that, you know, but you want to hold on to those cherished moments at time, don't you, when they are?
Hey, absolutely. You've got to make sure you're around. Every moment's a cherished moment.
They're not kids for long, are they?
No, that's it. I mean, they grow up so quick. I used to get invited by friends who would say, Scotty, come and see us. You know, the wee ones would love to see you. And I say, and how are the wee ones doing? I would say, the wee ones are at university, Scotty. You know, because you just didn't manage to get to see them, you know.
But what is it? Where does time fly?
Well, I was talking to a friend last week. I said, we always said we were going to get together. That was 29 years ago.
It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, just to find a little bit of time for each other, isn't it, really, Scotty? And to just...
It's what it's all about, isn't it?
Find time to do things and create memories, really, isn't it? That's what it's all about.
That's what it's about, absolutely.
She's into all sorts. She's into Peppa Pig at the moment, Scotty.
Peppa Pig, yes, absolutely. That's a big one.
And Coco Melon. You know, nursery rhymes, and that's beautiful.
Wonderful. We love that.
She says things like bad bat and all that, I mean, you know, because with Babby being born, and she'll be able to sense that there's another one that way, won't she?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you.
They've got that knowledge. They've got that understanding.
Well, I had one was talking to me recently and said, I'm having a baby sister. It's inside my mother's tummy.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, so I said, all right, well, that's nice.
And then as soon as they start talking properly, Scotty, that's when the fun begins, isn't it?
Yeah, that's great. Have you got a good few words already?
It's just like little bad things and little bits and bobs and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Well, just keep talking to them, Glenn. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. And my only problem is, though, Scotty, as soon as you put them in front of telly, put some chocolate in the mouth and that's it, and they're off. They're off on one, absolutely, that's it. Kids just want to do their own thing, don't they?
Of course they do, lad.
Cause a little bit of mayhem, a little bit of disruption and all that, and they find their own bearings.
Yep, that's it, that's what they're at.
I mean, we were like it when we were like it back in days, so we've just got to... Yeah. It's just hard to get your head around at times, isn't it, when you're a parent and somebody else is growing up.
Absolutely, Glenn.
A mini you, Scotty, so to speak, really, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what it's all about. It's a little Glenn.
It's a
little Glenn S.
Exactly.
Now,
so did you have any nephews or nieces then, Scotty?
No, I don't actually. So there you go. But I've taught a lot of wee ones to speak.
Yeah.
I've just sat and spent a lot of time with my friends' wee ones. One morning we're having breakfast, and this little one goes, Dada, Dada.
Yeah.
And his father said, did he just say Dada? To me, he said, this is down to you.
Brilliant.
Glenn, my dear man, love to you, love to your mum and to the family. We will catch up soon.
Love to you, Scotty, anyway, and
top man.
Big man. Dinky-Doo, Scotty.
Dinky-Doo, Lana. There we are, that's our Glenn. Excellent stuff. A Yorkshireman. Scotty, I need advice on university, says Orla. Well, I went to the finest university in the world. I went to Glasgow University. Excellent. Thank you, says Robert. What's the difference with the West Wing and the other room? It's further west. You're live with Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, it's me, Gunther.
Hello, Gunther. How are you?
I'm fine, yes. I am from Hanover in Germany.
Hanover in Germany.
Yes.
Nicht Deutsch sprechen, ich bin ein Ausländer, nicht verstehen. Yes, there we are. That's Yeah. Speak to me in German.
Nein.
You're not speaking German?
No, I'd like to perfect my English because I am living in Cambridge right now.
Right, well, you can speak German to me.
9.
Why not?
Because I don't want to. I just told you why.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay then. If you don't want to speak German, off you go. JD Donnelly says, ever take part in a demo? JD, I have sent demos into radio stations. I've sent them into television stations. Usually I do about anything between 30 seconds and 3 minutes for a demo. That's what it's all about, I say. You're live at Scottish Fun In. Who's that?
Hi.
Hi. What can I do for you?
Hiya. What's your opinion on the benefit system?
The benefit system. Well, I think if it helps people, it's a good thing, but do you get enough?
Yeah.
You get enough. Oh, that's good. Now, there's D-Ho, and D-Ho, I think, straight down the Swanee with you. Guys, remember never to troll, never to scroll. D-Ho is leaving us because D-Ho has just got it wrong. So lifetime ban for D-Ho. There we are. That's the last we'll see of D-Ho. Hang on a wee second. There we go. Marvellous. Now then, who we got here? You're live at Scottish Fun In. Who's that?
You alright, Scotty, mate?
Yes, where are you from? Who's that?
I'm from County Derry.
County Derry. Excellent. What's your first name?
Connor.
Connor from County Derry. What can I do for you, Connor?
I just want to talk about Irish independence, you know.
Irish
I
independence?
think, well, not independence, it should be a reunification, but where I'm living, it's Northern Ireland.
Yes, you are, yes.
So it should be independence, you know what I'm saying?
You want Northern Ireland to join the South?
No.
No?
I want the South to join the North.
You want the South to join the North? So would you like
Yes,
the
that's
South
the real
to become, would you like all of Ireland to go back together again?
Of course I would, but in a British government.
Under the British Crown?
Yeah.
So Ireland back as part of Britain, the whole of Ireland?
Yes.
Right.
That's exactly what I want.
Right, excellent. Now, what particular reason, have you any reason for thinking about that? No? Right, there we go. Right, that's an interesting one. It's funny from the County Derry, Connor. And Connor says that the South Ireland itself should join Northern Ireland. What do you think about that? You're live at Scottish Fun In. Who's that?
Oh, Scotty, this is Peter. I am from Greenock.
Peter from Greenock. How lovely to hear you. You're a branch of the green oak tree.
Yep, that is my favourite pub to drink in, the Greenock. Have you ever drunk in the Greenock before, Scotty?
Oh, I probably have. I won't be saying on here. We don't advertise on here, but sounds excellent.
I know. I'm like, once I get a wee drink in me, I go do Lally, but I won't speak about it on here.
No.
I was just wondering, what do you think of Greenock?
I love Greenock. I absolutely adore it. Full of beautiful people. But what we need to do is get Greenock's economy back. This is why we need independence. I would like to see Greenock as the financial capital of the world.
And if I can Greenock as the capital of the world, that's what Greenock runs this world. Greenock runs the economy. Greenock runs London. Greenock. Nah, I'm getting a wee bit of it.
No, I think that would be an excellent idea because the transport links are brilliant. The train, the buses, the planes, it's all there. It's a gorgeous playground. The Clyde, if people want to go yachting and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, it's tremendous. And when I was brought up in Greenock, there were 75,000 people living there. Now, I think, could it be 45,000 now?
It's round about 45,000 people living in Greenock now.
So that means 30,000 people have left Greenock since I grew up.
Why people leave us?
Why would you leave a beautiful place like Greenock? Let's put this out to the nation.
I will put it out now. If I've ever left Greenock, please return to this beautiful, and I think it should be a city because I love this place with all my heart.
So Greenock is the next city. What a lovely person you are. Dinky-Doo, Peter.
No, Scotty, bye.
Bye, la. There we are. Right, that's Peter from Greenock. And he agrees with me. Greenock should be the financial capital of the world. Alison says pronouns. Alison, we don't do anything like that on here. You're live in Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Yeah, it's William.
William, nice to hear you. What can I do for you, sir?
I want to talk about the gobbles.
The Gorbals, yeah, go on.
I don't like it.
Why not? The Gorbals is lovely.
Because I live there and my house is a dump.
Well, we need to see.
Gobbles, not up my walls.
Well, we need to see if we can sort that for you.
I know.
Yeah, we need to. Once we become independent, the Gorbals will become one of the places to stay.
Well, hopefully not, because it's a pure dung heap, man, you know what I'm saying?
No, man, we pure heavy need to get it fixed for you. There we are, fantastic. OMG, I remember you from years ago, says the weird. So there we are. Dinky-Doo, I say, I love your hat, says the buzzer. You're live in Scottish phone. Hello?
How are you doing?
Very well. Who's that?
This is Frank.
Frank, how nice to hear. Where are you phoning from, Frank? From where? Bishopton, did you say? There we are. Fantastic. I love your hat, says the buzzard. I thank you, buzzard. How lovely is that? Guys, get following as soon as you possibly can. If you're watching on the TikTok, follow Scottie McClue now. Scotty, it's me, your friend from East Kilbride. It's my birthday. How's things, my wee pal? From Scottish Gaz. Excellent stuff. Amy says, oh, yeah, it would happen. Ireland being ruled by the UK again. Like there hasn't been violence over it since 1916. Well, maybe if the UK were in charge, there wouldn't be. You're live in Scottish phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty. I listened to the boy that's speaking about Greenock. You know, he said it's going to be a city. I think Dundee should be a city before Greenock.
Dundee is a city.
Yes, you know, but it should be made the capital of Scotland, you know.
Well, the capital of Scotland used to move about. Dunfermline has just been made a city. It used to be the capital of Scotland.
Oh, you know, the boy before me said Greenock should be a city. I think Paisley.
Right, Paisley. That's what we'll do then. Do the Gorbals up like Las Vegas? Yes, Amy. How wonderful would that be? Now, what have we got here? Your face is frozen. The whole of YouTube. Oh, my goodness. You're live at Scottish Fun In. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty. How are you tonight?
Who have we got?
You've got Evan Gelhorn here.
Evan, I just need a first name.
Well,
Evan,
it's just
lovely.
Evan, and that's like you.
Lovely to hear you. What can I do for you?
Well, Scotty, I've been wondering for a long time. Now, do you remember your finest video?
Yes.
Scotty talks to Rob from Southport.
Oh, yes, now you're talking.
Did Rob ever call back?
No, we never heard from him again. I hope he's all right.
Scotty, that's the most devastating news I've heard all year.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please. I hope you'll get over it.
No, not your fault. Your jokes are just too good. Rob, I fear Rob fell in a state of shock and died of laughter.
No, I hope he didn't.
I've never heard anyone laugh more in my life.
Yes,
Scotty.
He was laughing his head off.
Scotty, are you also a big fan of that video?
Yeah, I think it's a good video, and I think, is it 250,000 people have seen it?
Perhaps around that. I'm not quite sure, but it should be more.
It should be more.
The greatest video I've ever seen in my life.
Right, I thank you. We
Scotty,
need to make it go viral.
One last question.
Go on.
One last question, Scotty. But can you please sing the goodbye song?
Oh, the goodbye song. Well, I'll sing it just for you at the end of the show.
Scotty, that's the best news I've heard all year.
You're a top man.
Thank you very much.
Dinky-Doo, sir. Thank
no,
you.
Scotty, you're a top man. Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo, la, you're the top man. What a fine fellow. Right, to the telephones, guys. David says, I have frozen on the YouTube. No, it seems to be fine here, David. It might be your kit. So who have we got here? Does anybody else know? Well, for David says, it's fixed now. That's good. We like that.
Hello, Scotty. This is Brendan. I was on a couple of weeks ago. I asked you to suggest a song for my Spotify playlist. And I would like to say, see the song you suggested to me. It was unbelievable.
Was it good?
Yep. And do you remember what song you asked me to play on my Spotify playlist?
Which one was it, Brendan?
The Song of the Clyde.
Oh!
Could you believe it?
That's the one, Brendan. That's a cracker, isn't it? Kenneth McCullough.
Everywhere I go I run, and all I think about is the Song of the Clyde. Do you want me to sing a bit of the song?
No, we can't do that. I will get hit with a copyright, but I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
I apologize.
No, don't you worry. And Dinky-Doo, I say to you.
No, Scotty.
What?
A Dinky-Doo to you as well.
Dinky-Doo to you as well, lad. Right, what have we got here? Let's do a bit of this. We'll give the calls a wee bit of a rest for a minute or two and see what's what. Now, what have we got here? Let's get through some of this. Scotty, I listened to your radio station. 4 years, I can't believe we got you back, my man, says Angela. Dinky-Doo, Angela. Dinky-Doo, Scotty, says Sporty. Now, what have we got here? Hello, Scotty from Indiana. User 556. Hello, where are you originally from? What's with the false accent? Well, I don't do any false accents, and I don't even have an accent. This is the way I speak. So there's nothing false. So I don't know where you're from. Hello, Scotty from Indiana, says the real Indiana Jones. Everybody's telling him it's not false because he's getting wide, isn't he, guys? How wonderful is that? It's not a Scottish accent. Yes, it is. I've been born and bred in Scotland. This is the way we speak in Scotland. We're very cultured. Oh, that's lovely. Now then, too many trolls, you're right, Tess. We've got, who have we got here? Let's see. Anna says, has the monarchy been abolished yet? Anna, why on earth would anyone ever want to abolish the monarchy? The only real asset that we've got left in this country. My goodness me. Dean, you would never, ever, ever want to abolish the monarchy. Scotty, what's your all-time favourite song? Well, I think, Orla, the Song of the Clyde. Kenneth McCullough. Put it in and have a listen. 96.3, lol, wean. Dinky-Doo, abolish the crown. Why would you abolish the crown, Caitlin? What would you put in its place? Ah, there we are. Now, what do we got? Opinions on Darwin. Yeah, Darwin was all right. I mean, Darwin, evolution because of the Big Bang caused by God's work. So, you know, common law from years ago. Yes. Scotty, my friend, best wishes, sir, from Darren in Nottingham. Darren, we love you in Nottingham. User 556 says he's a unionist. How wrong are you? User 556. My goodness, why would I fight for Scottish independence if I was a unionist? He's a legend, says the wee Ian. Thank you, wee Ian. Can you tell me how many distilleries are in Scotland? I don't think there's that many now. Would 76 be correct? Or are we less than that? Are we 54? I'd have to count them all up. Man, so happy to see you, says the wee and Dinky-Doo. Scotty, my dear brethren, how art thou? Eddie boy, how lovely to hear you and Dinky-Doo. Were you raised in Greenock, Scott? Big biscuity. Where's your badge tonight? Oh, I haven't got it on. Harry Loddle, says Ryan. Now there was a great performer. Any chance of you coming back on the radio anytime soon? Says Godun. Yes, well, it only takes one switched on programmer, and we are back, I say to you. Now then, let's go back to the telephones, see who we've got there. So if you've been ringing in, give us a call. What do we got here? How old are you? We don't know. Close to 100. Your banter on the phone in years ago was classic. Right. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello there, Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo.
It's just me, Scotty McCLUE.
Thank you very much, Scotty. Good of you to ring. Hello, you're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
What's your first name?
Frederick.
Frederick. How lovely to have you with us. Welcome. What can I do for you, sir?
Well, I personally wanted to phone up just to say that Greenock's a bit of a shite.
Oh, you can't say that about Greenock. Heavens above. My goodness me. No, never ever say that about anyone, but especially about Greenock. Rothsay has gone a bit downhill the past few decades, far from its glory days past. I remember when I worked on the boats during the Seamen's strike in 1969, we went to Rothsay. We went to Rothsay to pick up Johnny Beattie and the Alexander brothers. Now, does anybody remember the Alexander brothers and the wonderful Johnny Beattie? Superb stuff. Those were the days. Who have we got here? You're live at Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hi, Scotty. It's Melissa.
Melissa?
Yeah.
These idiots. Yes, with Ricky Fulton. Absolutely, and that's right, the wonderful Ricky Fulton. Now then, who else have we got? There's Josh. Dinky-Doo, Josh. Glad you could join us and welcome to Scotty's Phone In. Now then, let's see. Can the benefit caller call again? She was brilliant. She was. Scotty, are we feeling mega fabulous? Pablo, we are mega fabulous. I thank you. There is a loose moose about this house. Robert McNaughton, a very loose moose. We could build more hospitals, schools, community centres and care homes if we didn't have to build royal residences. I think you'll find the royal residences are very old. You're live with Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
It's Greg.
Greg, how are you?
I'm great. How about you, Scotty?
Very good, chum. Good show tonight.
Yeah. I'm just phoning to say, you always bring a tear to my eye, because you remember, you might remember me from last week, and I says, you remind me of my gran.
Oh, yes. Bless her.
Yeah. Do you remember me, Scotty?
I do, of course I do, Greg. Yes, absolutely.
And
There's somebody shouting in the background there. That's a shame. Spoiled Greg's call. There we are. Yes, so we didn't build royal residences. Am I dead yet? When did we last build a royal residence? Scotty, DINKY-DOO, Pablo. You're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello?
Hello. First name, please.
Hello. James.
James. What can I do for you, James?
Yeah. Well, I was just phoning up to express my extreme hatred for Greenock.
We don't have hatred on here. It's not good for us.
Oh, right, sorry. My disliking for Greenock.
Why would you dislike Greenock? Are you from Greenock?
Yes.
Right.
That means, you know, it's not a nice place.
Why not? When I was brought up in Greenock, it was beautiful.
Well, that was back then. See, now it's bad. We've got seagulls running about with shotguns and children.
Oh, well, we don't want that. I tell you, seagulls running about with shotguns. Good point, Scotty. What I really meant is that we didn't have to spend money on the monarchy. Amy, we don't spend much on the monarchy. You're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
You're right, mate. It's Stephen.
Stephen, how are you? Is that Stephen from Yorkshire?
Yes, it is. It's Stephen from Yorkshire.
Stephen, remind me, what part of Yorkshire did you say you were from?
Leeds.
Leeds. And whereabouts in Leeds? The good bit?
Yep, the good bit, yeah. I know it was a bit of a quirky answer, but it's because I was having a bit of a swallow that night, you know.
Bit of a swallow?
With a couple of Sambucas.
Yeah. Now tell me, Stephen, you're not originally from Yorkshire, though, are you?
No, I'm not. No.
No, you're a Cockney, really.
Yeah, I'm Cockney. I'm from London, from Bristol. No, not Bristol, Brentford.
Yes, I don't think you know where you're from, actually. I think you need to go back and have a chat with your folks. So there are. Not that I'm 100% against the monarchy, I'm undecided on it. Well, Amy, be decided, because we've chosen the crown as our symbol of authority. You're live with Scotty's phone in, who's that?
Oh, that's George Berry. Can I get...
Right, off we go, the Dafties. Why do the Dafties, who have been given a gift of the most wonderful phone-in show in the world, phone in with silliness? Why don't they phone in and have a proper conversation? As the programme matures, we will see a difference. Scotty, remember Rob from Southport? Yes. Scotty, some people need education. They don't have. Hello, you're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
DINKY-DOO, it's Aidan.
Aidan, what can I do for you, sir?
I would like to talk about space. I was on last week. Do you remember
Jupiter being and we talked about Jupiter, and it was fantastic.
Yes.
And now you're going to educate us a bit more on astronomy.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
So, first of all, I would like to talk about the planet. Well, not planet anymore. It's now a dwarf planet called Pluto.
Pluto. Wow.
Yes.
Right.
So there has actually, from my insiders, that I have knowledge, I'm a journalist in this field, Pluto may actually be on the rise again in the scale of planets. Now, I know at the time that it was declassified in 2001. He said that it has to be a dwarf planet because it is smaller than the moon of Titan that Saturn has.
Now, just before you go on, sorry, Aidan, I've just had somebody on TikTok ask me, do you think we will ever be an intergalactic species, Scotty? Now, you're just the man to help us here. Can you see us going intergalactic?
Well, I think there's a lot of factors that have to deal with this specific issue. You know, we have to find resources. We have to find a planet that we can habitat. You know, we can't just say we're going to go to Mars and then go to Mars. You know,
no.
That's just a waste of time.
Right. So, what are you telling me then?
We're going to have to find light or sound. You know, we have to or else there is very little chance that we will be an extraterrestrial species. Or was it intergalactic? Was it
intergalactic? Yes. So you don't see us making it big time in space?
No, I do not know.
Now, you see, I'm being told here by Space, this guy's calling himself Space, theoretically, I think we can maybe a couple of 100 years.
Well, you see, it's all to play for as a fond expression I like to use, because we see the technological advances that we've came up with recently. You know, we were able to travel to the moon.
Yes.
With a thing that has less power than the average mobile phone.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
If we're able to do this, then surely we should be able to travel to intergalactic species. I just don't think the science is enough.
The science isn't. It's not enough. And also, do we know enough about how to do it?
That is also true, yes.
Now, tell us a little bit more about Pluto, Aidan.
Well, they now say that Pluto, how we described it at the time as being a giant ball of mass. Now, it is a rough giant ball of mass. They are now saying that it may be the core of a gas giant.
So there's a lot involved, you think?
Yes.
Now, what kind of gas are we talking?
It's a mixture of helium and neon gas.
Right, helium and neon. So if we got a whiff of that, we'd end up talking a bit funny.
But yes, we would, yes.
Yes, we'd all be speaking funny. How very, very interesting. Now, any chance of traveling to Pluto then?
Well, I think that should be possible in a short time, but I think the heat temperature is a lot less than it is on our planet just now, and I don't think it would be plausible to survive. As we know, just to sidetrack, the planet of Venus, if you were to drop into Venus, you would most likely be crushed as soon as you hit the surface. That's common knowledge. They also say that it rains diamonds on Venus.
Wow, I'm surprised that hasn't started a diamond rush.
Well, also something else, just a bit of common knowledge about diamonds. Do you know there is a massive diamond mine in Sierra Leone? And that they actually harvest these diamonds every year, and they take a specific pile of them, and they then actually sell them on to keep the diamonds rate low, to make them a rarer, valuable resource.
Amazing. Aidan, as always, a privilege and a joy. I am going to make you our space authority.
Thank you. That makes my day. Thank you.
Absolutely fabulous. And I say to you, dinky-doo, sir.
And a dinky-doo to you.
What a top man. There's our Aidan. OP, you need to go and grow up. Aidan's fantastic. He's come up with 2 or 3 excellent goals. There we are. Now, you're live with Scottish Funnin'. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty. This is Philip. As you can tell, I am a wee bit posh, but I have been named Philip after the king. I would like to talk about the monarchy.
You've been named Philip after the king?
Yep.
What king was Philip?
The king now.
No, that's Charles.
No, it's Philip.
Well, no, it's Charles Philip Arthur George.
No, it's just Philip.
No, I don't think so. I think you've maybe had a Philip. There we are. Now, here we got 20 years ago, we had phones that were not able to get the 5G. The leap has been phenomenal. Guys, has everybody on TikTok followed? And has everybody subscribed? Well, busy tonight on the phones. You're live on Scottish Funnin'. Who's that? They don't know. You're live with Scottish Funnin'. Who's that? We don't know.
Hello?
Hello? You're live with Scottish Funnin'. Who's that? Oh, we don't know. Right, there we are. We'll maybe hear again. Fantastic. Now, if you're watching on the YouTube, please can you subscribe? You're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty. This is Harry from Glasgow. I just want your opinion on the coronation of the King.
Coronation of the King, I think it's excellent, although I haven't been invited. So that's a bit of a worry, isn't it? There we go. Can you see another war kicking off? Says Robert. Hope not, Robert, but you never know. You're live on Scottish phone in. Who's that?
Hi, Scotty. First and foremost, thank you very much for letting me on the phone.
Nice to hear
I just
you.
want to bring up a point. My name's Harry and I'm from Glasgow. You know, the coronation is coming up. I just wondering, will you be celebrating the coronation?
I'll be celebrating. I'm going to have a giant bag of ready salted and 4 cucumber sandwiches with the crust cut off.
I understand that, Scotty, and I'm going to be celebrating as well. But what to those who like monarchy, why do you think the monarchy should be a big part of British history? You know, people are trying to disband the monarchy. You know, I think that the king country, you know, the Queen done so much, and now Charles is going to carry that on. To those who are listening far and wide, what do you think the monarchy brings to this country?
Everything. Fortunes and prestige. Fantastic. Good call. Well done. Alcohol for the coronation, says Amy. No, Amy. No alcohol for McCLUE. There we are. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello.
Hello. DINKY-DOO.
Hello, how are you?
Very well. Nice to hear you. Who's that? First name.
My name is Edward.
Edward, lovely to hear you. What can I do for you?
I'm phoning up to ask you your opinion about fish and chips.
Fish and chips, I absolutely adore them. Tremendous stuff. Now, we're running out of time, guys. I'm going to have to push off in about a minute. So there we are. Very sad. Great show tonight. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty.
First name, please. Ralph.
This is Mal.
Ralph.
I would like to get... Not Mal.
Malf. Sorry, Malf. Yeah.
Yes. I would like you to get my name right the first time.
Right. Malf. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Good. What can I do for you, Malf?
I would like you to tell the people your opinion on Brexit.
Brexit. The worst act of self-harm since World War I and II.
Well, I think that's pretty silly of you.
No, I don't think it's silly at all. It's just practical. We squandered 250 billion quid in it. So there we go. I'll give you a phone. Thank you. Get following, guys. Oh, jeez. Right. I think... Whoa! I think we'll have to close the lines for tonight. But very good. We got 1 or 2 better calls tonight. Obviously, a fair bit of junk calling in, but we'll get some proper calls as time goes on and people realize just the quality of this show. Very important. Thank you for joining us. And Dinky-Doo, TikTokers. There you go. Wonderful. YouTubers. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Been an incredible night. Please get subscribing. And I promised I'd sing the goodbye song. Where's the time gone, Scotty? Says the wonderful Professor Numpty Heat. I know Numpty Heat. Where has it gone? Do not drink, Scotty. Says, am I not any longer? No. You have no chance of reaching Pluto. It's far too cold. So there we are. Guys, we are out of time. YouTubers, take great care of your dear selves. Make sure you're all subscribed. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 about Scotty McClue live on a Saturday night, 9 o'clock sharp. Look out for the random pop-ups and the random videos. If everybody can go and give us a thumbs up down at the bottom left of the picture. Take great care of yourselves. the goodbye song. Goodbye, everybody, goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, and a cheerio. Bless you all. Good night, my dear. Dinky-Doo, stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.